Recently, I travelled all the way to Oregon in the United States of America for a L.A.B golf fitting. It was a fantastic experience, but have I been fitted for the wrong L.A.B putter? Today we're going to look at my putter. We're also going to look at a friend of ours' putter. We're going to look at Bobby's putter and see if maybe I should have had some different specs from my fitting. You see, the beauty about L.A.B is you can have it your way. It's a little bit like Bird King. You can have pretty much anything you want when it comes to specs, when it comes to design, when it comes to lie angle. And lie angle is a really prevalent thing now because with these low torque putters, you never used to really be able to change lie angle because the shaft was going straight into the middle of the head. Now we have this new HS model. It could be an absolute revelation for so many golfers. So you look at these two putters and you may think, James, they look exactly the same. What on earth are you talking about? You got a nice stealthy black one with a thin black line, and Bobby got a cappuccino with 3 nice alignment aids on there. But these putters actually couldn't be any different. They are weighted different, they are lie angle different, and they of course are forward press different as well. My putter is a forward press putter, Bobby's is a standard one, so you can see even on the grips, Bobby has that lovely L.A.B Collab Super Stroke grip on there, and I have this forward press grip. So what exactly does that mean for these putters? Because when I had the fitting, I tried different putters and thought, you know what, I like the idea of having the forward press. Why do I like the idea of having a forward press? Because I always think any kind of golf shot is an examination. And if I can tick off a couple of the questions before, that's perfect for me. So if we have a look at this putt here, you can see I've got a little right to left putt. It's 10 feet. I should probably make about 30% of these, depending how good my green reading is. But as I step into it, I feel like because this is a little bit more upright, because it has that forward press, the first question is ticked off in the examination. I don't need to worry about if I'm forward pressing or not. So from there, all I have to do is take the putter back, and you can see there we've had a nice get-go to that putt. Now, if I look at Bobby's, you'll start to see the difference in the risers on these two putters. So the riser is effectively what would be the hosel. You can see mine's a lot longer than Bobby's because mine's a lot more upright. So this is much flatter. And from there, if I set up to this, now Bobby loves this, and we've actually played a couple of rounds of golf with them, and he's putted his lights out. He held like a 40-footer the other day, which was quite annoying because it ended up getting a half for him for the match. But even if I line this up now, I could have some success with this, but I feel like I personally wouldn't know how far forward to have that grip. You can see still we're going to potentially have a little bit of success with it, but looking at the different styles, get in the comments below, guys, which one would you have in the bag? You can see I've gone for all black. I've even got a black face, which I don't know if you can get. We're in the factory and there are a couple of kind of prototype faces knocking about. Bobby has this lovely kind of burnt face. Liam the fitter did this. He took it and kind of burnt it to make it go that colour. It looks absolutely fantastic on the cappuccino. Do these putters still work in the L.A.B Revealer? That's a big question. So many people are asking on the Facebook groups, on YouTube, on Twitter, on Instagram, and of course on TikTok, because as soon as you move a putter into a heel shaft, surely it can't be as forgiving, can it? Let's get it in the reveal, let's find out with these putters, and let's see again if I've maybe been fitted for the wrong one, or if maybe you should go and get fitted for the right one. Right guys, you've got one of these L.A.B revealers for us, so we're going to stick it in here and see just how good it is in the revealer. Now, what are your thoughts on this? Because I've just lent on you to do a bit of a review on for your audience, and I think it's really interesting to see how we can now get a really good looking putter.
Wow, I've never, that's spinning so free, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never felt a L.A.B spin that free, so that's a really good sign. It's
Look at that.
Solid. Move it down the line.
Absolutely solid.
We could even put it side on and it's just not going to move.
So it's really still doing the job in the revealer, which goes to show, because I know for a fact that the guys at L.A.B were desperate to get these putters out a little bit quicker, but they certainly weren't going to rush them like some of the brands have done with their zero torque putters. L.A.B have also taken away the phrase zero torque from their website because they believe that all putters have some form of torque, but now you can see we have minimal torque on these. So what is the real difference between my putter and Bobby's? We've spoken at length about how we've got different lie angles on here, but what does that really mean? So lie angle is vital when it comes to putting. You see, if I roll a couple of putts here. The one thing I wanted from my fitting was I wanted to stand closer to the golf ball. I didn't want to be as far away. I didn't want a stroke that was as rounded. And again, I feel like there, it's another one of those exam questions ticked off. I know that I've got that nice forward press. I know the ball position is going to be correct in distance away, because if I was too far away and the toe of the putter's up in the air, that doesn't look very good. It doesn't look like it's going to work. So for me, that's set nicely. Because I'm a lot closer to it, you can see all I have to do there is let that putter, I can't believe that's not broke by the way, is think about how far back that I'm actually taking that putter. Let's move in, let's line that one up a little bit better. It obviously does move that way. And from here, I don't want to see much arc in the stroke. I like it to go fairly straight back, fairly straight through, and you can see there a much better putt. Now, if I was to go with Bobby's, I feel like certainly it would have a little bit more arc. Obviously, the face isn't going to naturally rotate as much because of the kind of method of the putter. But you can see how much lower my hands are here. So my hands are going to be forced to go a little bit more inside and through. You can still get a good roll like that. You can still generate consistency, but that's the beauty about the L.A.B products. You can have it, like we said, your way. You can get fitted online. You can get fitted if you go to somewhere like Scottsdale Golf or somewhere like that. So really, let's get our friend in and see what he thinks to this, because have I been fitted for the wrong club? Absolutely not. I love my L.A.B putter to death. I think it's going to be an absolute game changer for me. I said Bobby's holed some fantastic putts with his. I've holed some really good ones with mine as well. So Gaz, what are your thoughts on these bad boys?
Well, I think this one, I think it's absolutely fantastic for anybody that probably struggles getting set up to a putter.
Yeah.
You know, like for setup, the one you've had built just really gets you set up nicely.
Yeah.
So once you've put it down in the centre of your stance, you've got that little bit of a forwards lean.
Yeah.
And you just feel like you're set up so well. And it's easy to repeat, there's nothing to do. Once you sit it there, you can build yourself around it.
Yeah.
So I do love that.
You can see if the lie angle is too upright, that's going to be the problem. The problem is
Yeah.
going to be that the ball is going to want to go left.
But Bobby's putter is the first ever L.A.B that I've tried without any forward lean, without a press grip on.
Yeah.
And personally for me, I think I've just, played golf for over 30 years and, I've always been a decent putter. So I love the fact that I don't have to adapt into the putter. I can literally use it as what we'd call a traditional putter. So I am enjoying the no lean with just a neutral grip. And I can't believe I'm saying that, because I do love the setup of that putter.
Yeah.
And I think it will suit a lot of people. But if you are a bit set in your ways, a bit like me, this one, it's just, you've got the benefit of zero torque.
Yeah, that's really good.
But
That's
you can
solid.
set up to it just as a traditional putter.
Yeah.
So there's no excuse now, is there really, for not going down that route?
Having the right putter.
Having a zero torque putter, because you can have it built like a traditional one.
Yeah. Guys, if you've enjoyed that, make sure you do smash that subscribe button below. Thank you so much for your time. As always, I absolutely love my L.A.B OZHS. And I think Gaz might be in the market for one soon as well. Especially if they go in.